Buhari's military under fire over amnesty to terrorists. The Southern and Middle Belt Leaders Forum says that it is fully back that the objection by Nigerian Military Widows Association against the wicked and insensitive continuous policy of President Muhammadu Buhari and military on amnesty for Boko Haram members. The body on Friday said that the release of the terrorists continues to cause untold devastation in Nigeria and inflicting minimum harm on armed forces. It says that the amnesty cannot be explained on any rational basis outside complicity with terrorism by federal government and unwittingly promoting crimes against humanity. SMBLF made its position known in a statement jointly signed by Yinka Odumakin, Southwest, CRU, Ikerike, Southeast, Senator Basi Enson, South-South, and Dr. Isawu Dogo, Middle-Belt. What is the basis of deciding that a Boko Haram member is repentance when the group is still spreading terror on daily basis? Is it the government, the one raising them, to know the ones that are still active and the so-called repentant ones? We see the whole idea as an ethnic agenda to replicate for terrorists the amnesty program for Niger Delta militants who were destroying pipelines during their uprising against the neglect of Niger Delta, but not spreading terror among innocent civilians or beheading human beings like Boko Haram. The 2,000 members of the group reportedly released so far are more than enough to cause the surprise President Muhammadu Buhari expressed lately about the vibrancy of the terror group in spite of official lies that it had been degraded. Our heart goes to the large number of widows that we have harvested from insurgency and their children in order to end this terror and stop turning more of our officers and men, wives and widows. The government should stop forthwith the recycling of terrorists, he added. Boko Haram and ISWAP have continued to wreak havoc across the northern east. The humanitarian crisis in Nigeria remains one of the largest crises across the globe. UN and NGO partners, in collaboration with local and national authorities in Nigeria, have delivered urgent support and basic services to over 5.6 million people in the worst crisis affecting states of Borno, Adamawa, and Yobe. In 2020, the humanitarian community estimates that 7.7 million people will need emergency assistance. Over 1.8 million people across the 3 states are still living in camps or are hosting in other communities. They are themselves becoming extremely vulnerable. Also, 1.2 million people in need remain cut off from humanitarian aid in hard-to-reach areas. Viewers, with what you have heard, what is your take on this news that you just heard? I think the Nigerian army and police are feeding fat on allocations to fight insurgency and the salary and allowances of the dead soldiers. So they release or recycle the so-called Boko Haram terrorists to aggravate the insurgency for their financial gains. We must push for the removal of the over-retired service chief, who are the main beneficiary of the continued insurgency in Nigeria. Yes, that is what we're going to do, because they refuse to tell this illiteracy called literacy over Boko Haram, where Buhari is the cause of all Fulani's herdsmen and plants failure, so that we the Muslims in Nigeria will never become Muslim. We become Muslim. We always become Muslim country. So we should not make that mistake of allowing this man, the president of Nigeria, to take over Nigeria by allowing Muslims to be or to be ahead of Christians or making or turning Nigeria into Islamic country. We shouldn't allow Buhari to do such. What's the difference between Buhari and Boko Haram? Absolutely no difference. So he can still behave like Boko Haram. He still behave like Boko Haram. That is why he refused. That's why he's refusing to put an end, stop to Boko Haram, group in Nigeria. I'm so short of words. If Aberibe could come out and tackle this guy, tackle Buhari, I see no reason why I can't say my mind as well. I see no reason why I can't speak my mind as a writer. So viewers, please, what is your contributions towards it? Say your mind, free your mind. Let's say something. Let's accuse Buhari if he's wrong or right, so that Nigeria can move forward and we can have lasting solution to these killings, kidnapping, and banditry in Nigeria. So drop your comment below if you have any. Don't hesitate to also click on the subscription button